welcome to the Court with the Edijester, an urgent Jester special. Here we go. You know I love a good Jester special. Right, so it's going to be short and sweet, right? Because you've got some things going on now. We've had casts, as you are aware, we have casts, and what I've been waiting for is finally here. So we are going to be able to see in a short while, the response by the Gay Men's Network to a post-cast world. So this will now be available. Now, before I start giving you some information about that, note that this video has come out early because it's 7:30 this evening. Let me just make sure I've got this absolutely right for you. At 7:30 this evening, we expect to see both Dennis of the Kavanaugh and Bev of the Jackson on GB News on Free Speech Nation with Andrew Doyle talking about the Gay Men's Network response and the LGBT Alliance response to the cash report. I've been particularly anticipating this because this is going to be a statement of strategy moving forward for those individual groups. And I wanted something meaty to get my teeth into. And this, as they say, may well be it, right? Okay, so what Dennis has done is he sent me over the last bit, just to give you a flavour of the conclusion that they've come to at the Gay Men's Network. And they've also put up a tweet, which I'll put into the Dubris, saying that the Gay Men's Network will publish our response to the final cash review towards a post-gender vision for gay rights after 6 o'clock today. This is our manifesto for an evidence-based, rational and sensible conception of gay politics. Number 2 on this tweet thread, the time for division and rancour is over. This is now a moment to stand up for the 80 to 90% same-sex attracted vulnerable youth in gender services. Where Stonewall and mermaids have caused harm, we intend to protect and bring accountability. We call for specific policy measures to address the danger of ideological capture of public services, and we call for a recognition that Dr. Cass' forensically identified and institutionally homophobic health service. This can never happen again. The time for action is now. I think that's, pretty unequivocal, right? So the final cast review is a sobering moment for gay rights. It demonstrates that the very organisations and bodies that should have protected gay youth actively supported an ideology harmful to them. It further serves as a dire warning to us as to the dangerous nature of a fashionable belief system which has been shown to be entirely unevidenced. The publication of the cash review provides a rare moment of opportunity for the gay rights movement in society. Gender identity ideology attained the status of an unquestionable set of beliefs, and dissidents were harshly punished. This can never happen again. Children have been harmed by gender ideology and the failure of many to stand up against it. The gay community has been plunged into schism and misery by the very groups who should have fostered healing and unity. It is now time to turn the page on this bitter and regrettable section of history and shape a post-gender vision of gay rights, public services, and wider society. We can see there that Dennis is saying, it's done. I don't want to hear the bloody word gender again. Right? Post-gender world, it must be eradicated from our public spaces, from our public organisations, from companies, from institutions, and dealt with for what it is, a cult. That's what I'm saying. That's not what Dennis is saying. Just so you know, the difference between the two of us, right? But Dennis then continues, turning the page will require reform and accountability, and we call upon the government and the national opposition to commit to a public sphere that is rational, evidence-based, and that has due regard for the homophobic nature of this medical scandal. It is now time to demonstrate courage and to face even the most difficult truths, which Dr. Cass has established. And this is from the directors of the Gay Men's Network, which includes Dennis and Hassan and others, okay? So this is also a call to gay men, and I call now to those gay men who I've known through my life, particularly those who live in Manchester. It is time for you to speak. It is time for you to get on board. It is time for you to wake up to what's happened. and how the younger generation, which of course you once were when I met you, has been let down by us and damaged by the NHS. And I hope that you will speak. As usual, my DMs are open. Is that how they say it? My DMs are open. You know where I am. You can either get to me directly or you can get to me via somebody else. So I will leave you to do that. All right? Unequivocal. Gender ends and it ends permanently. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.